Welcome to NBA Showtime, presented by AT&T. Here's your host, Maria Taylor.
So it is the champs versus the challengers. OKC looking for back-to-back titles. The San Antonio Spurs, they broke a 6-year playoff drought by winning 62 regular season games and have found themselves in the Western Conference Finals. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the newly minted two-time MVP, just the 14th player to do that in back-to-back seasons. And we are more than happy and praising the basketball gods that brought us here to celebrate this awesome series that we're expecting to have tonight start. Maria Taylor alongside the Hall of Famers Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady here with you. Vince Carter, he's sending all of his love, but he's celebrating his daughter's graduation, so we'll hold it down for you, and we look forward to welcoming him in for Game 2. Listen, guys, some of the interesting news that has already come out. De'Aaron Fox, he is not going to be playing for the Spurs. He's dealing with a right ankle injury. J-Dub, he will be playing. He is healthy and ready to go, but he's playing for the first time since April 22nd. So let's get into it, and those two things happening, coming right into the gates, what that means for this matchup.
I would say this, that hurts Spurs transition opportunities because Fox is so fast, getting out in transition, being able to create opportunities for himself and his teammates. So it puts pressure on now Castle, right? And another thing that Fox does is takes care of the basketball, whereas Castle, a little bit more careless, turnover prone a little bit if the pressure's on him. So I think OKC has the advantage there, missing, Fox being able to have that transition impact.
And Fox also, to add on, he's a closer too, right? So you miss a closer, you miss somebody who can change the pace of the game. You miss somebody who really knows how to play in the pick and roll with Wemby. So it's a big loss for Fox in Game 1. But this is chess, man. Whoever swings first, and they got to swing after.
Hey, that part. De'Aaron Fox, listen, he's kind of like the unk. He's 28 years old, so he's bringing some of that veteran leadership.
That's crazy.
I know. Meanwhile, these are two very, very young teams. Good news, obviously, for OKC. J-Dub, Jalen Williams, will be back in the mix. Let's get into the impact that he brings, T-Mac, to OKC.
Yeah, well, tonight, J-Dub, welcome back. He's going to have to utilize his skill set to be able to create opportunities for him and his teammates. Right here, he blows by the primary defender and beats the best defender in Wemby getting to the basket. Again, probing. The big man is in a drop coverage. He has the ability to come off that and knock down a three. He's going to need to utilize that tonight. And this is him giving opportunities for his teammate on the defensive side with his head on the swivel, getting this easy transition basket. Welcome back, J-Dub. We look forward to him having that impact because he's one guy that can create his own shot, and they're going to need him to knock down some mid-range shots tonight.
Yeah, missed the last 6 games with a left hamstring injury, but ultimately he is an all-star. He's a guy that they need on the court. He is going to get the start. We just found out on the other side, Dylan Harper getting his first playoff start here, but the rookie's been unfazed all postseason, Melo.
Well, his poise is what, kind of excites me and take my hat off to him. When you talk about somebody at his age who's able to handle different type of moments, but you haven't had this moment right here on the road, first road playoff series against the champs. This is what you really want. I mentioned this early on in the show. You want this experience as a young player. You want to go up against the best. I think I'm the best, so I'm going up against the best. And we feel like we have an opportunity to win this, and I'm a major part in our success. So, Dylan Harper, man, you got it this far. No pressure on you. Just go out there and play basketball. It's a long series, brother.
No pressure. You only started 4 times in the regular season. Come and get this playoff start in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Listen, a guy that has seemed most certainly like a vet throughout his entire time in the NBA, SGA. He's coming off an MVP and NBA title season last year, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has put together a sequel that certainly rivals the original, and we've been more than impressed because he kept the Thunder atop the league and earned a 2nd straight MVP. And guess what? Last night, SGA sat down with Mike Tirico after becoming just the 14th player to win the award in back-to-back seasons.
All right, can I read you a list?
Absolutely.
Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, Kareem, Moses, Bird, Magic, Jordan, Duncan, Nash, LeBron, Steph, Giannis, Jokic, and now you. Back-to-back MVPs. What does it mean to you to be on a list of one-name guys in the NBA?
It's amazing. It really is. A lot of those guys you named are responsible for my joy in basketball growing up as a kid. Guys that shaped the game into how it's played today. It's ridiculous that that kid that was watching those guys play basketball has achieved some of the things that they have. But it just goes to show you can achieve anything you want to in life. You just got to go get it.
I thought it was pretty neat last year when you won. You said, I want to come back next year even better. What did you go back into the lab, and what drove you back into the lab to come back even better than your MVP season the first time around?
I don't feel like I was the best version of myself, honestly, last year. Like, I felt like there was still room for me to grow. I just felt like there was still so many places that I could take my skills and really affect the game at a higher level. The feeling I had was amazing after I won. But a year later, someone gets a chance to have that same feeling. And if you take it for granted, you might never get that feeling again. And I want to do everything in my power to feel it.
San Antonio beat you guys 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn about them going up against them this year?
Yeah, a really, really good team. Young, fast, athletic. They do a lot of things well, and that's why they won 62 games this year. Like, there's no coincidence. They're a really good basketball team. It's not only us; everybody in the league knows it. They're hungry, they're young, and they could beat anybody in this league.
Victor Wembanyama finished 3rd in the MVP voting. You've gone against him now. He's as unique a player as there is in the league. What have you learned about going against him that you can help your team do better in this series as you face one of the best defenders we've seen in the league?
Like you said, he's one of the most unique players we've ever seen in this game. Guys that big usually don't move that well. Just to keep it as simple as that. He's a really good player. Obviously, that young and 3rd in MVP rankings is very, very impressive. And it speaks to the player he is on both sides of the floor. It's going to be a tall task, but I think this team is equipped for the task, no doubt.
When does it hit you? When do you get a chance to let it soak in that you've won back-to-back MVPs?
I'm not too sure. Like, right now, I'm so wrapped up in, obviously, what we got going on in the playoffs and trying to get to the ultimate goal. Like, today was super cool. Tonight was amazing. Like, all the love was amazing. But I would trade it all for the trophy at the end. So probably sometime in the summertime, to answer your question. I'll sit back and think about the times.
Well, listen, SGA will accept that second MVP trophy here tonight, but what's crazy is he improved upon his numbers from his first MVP campaign. The efficiency went up, a career high in assists per game, despite playing a minute fewer per game than he did last season. As you can see, he's a man on a mission with 2 MVPs to tote. Meanwhile, the guys that'll be calling the game, Mike Tirico, Jamal Crawford, Reggie Miller. Great work, first of all, Mike, on the interview. I'm just curious, the main takeaways you got being able to spend some time with SGA.
Maria, as humble as he sounds, he is on and off camera, and you saw that with the faces of his teammates as he was surrounded at the big press conference. They were all hanging on his every word. He's the leader on the floor, off as well, very humble. And the guy's got great gifts, too, by the way, for helping him get the MVP, which is pretty nice.
And he is very intentional, and the gifts were intentional as well, the golf clubs, the trench coat. But even on the court, he's playing like his future self is telling him, take full advantage of every opportunity. He's a 2-time MVP now. He still wants to get better. He's who you want leading a franchise and be one of the faces of the NBA.
What's interesting with Wemby, now we have a guy that's seen exactly what Shai has gotten and says, you know what? I want some of that. And what better way, on what better stage than the conference finals to go against a team that you've beaten 4 times during the regular season and say, I want what they have. This is going to be a great and fascinating matchup of styles between 2 giants in the Western Conference.
And you don't need any more motivation, but the Spurs will be sitting right over there as they watch him get the MVP, and then they get to go on the floor and try to stop him from beating them in this series. If you can't tell, we are so excited. Somebody's been around the league for a while said, maybe it's the most anticipated conference final we've had in a decade. A lot of hyperbole. Hopefully the Hoops lives up to it. Maria will see y'all here in a little bit.
All right, we appreciate it. Y'all have an amazing call, and I got to take that from Mike. Do you guys believe, since we haven't started yet, so best series, most anticipated series in a decade, you would agree?
Sure. I think so. You have the MVP, and then you have the Defensive Player of the Year. And the Defensive Player of the Year wanted the MVP, so yeah, I think so.
Since Golden State, Cleveland, absolutely.
Okay, well, listen, we are still looking for a win for this guy right here.
Oh, we're going to get one tonight, baby.
Carmelo star player parlay on DraftKings Sports. Go ahead and get us one.
Listen, I'm going to get you going. Here's my game 1 ticket tonight. Shai 40 plus combined points, rebounds, assists. He has been almost at 30 every night just scoring, so he's going to get to 40. You talking about Devin Vassell, 2 threes. He's a Spurs spacing. He gets his looks tonight. And we also talking about Chet, right? 15 points with Chet. Listen, in order for this series to go right for the OKC,
Be better.
he have to get 15 points.